So welcome to JG's Fight Talk, sponsored by Rich's Boxing and Limitless Creations. And with me now, the box story man himself, Rack. How you doing, Rack?
Hey man, good. Yourself, Joe?
Always good, mate. Always good. As long as there's boxing, mate, I'm happy.
Always.
Yeah, the wife's become a bit of a, she just sits in the other room, to be honest, but keeps me happy anyway. And probably keeps her happy.
Can't get between you and the boxing, right?
Yeah. Mate, I ain't saying anything. She'll watch it. Anyway, Jovanni Straffon versus Maxi Hughes. Before we get into it.
Are you ready?
So, Jovanni Straffon, 28 fights, 24 wins, 1 draw and 17 knockouts against Maxi Hughes, 30 fights, 23 wins, 2 draws and 5 knockouts. And we're going for the IBO World Lightweight title, which is currently held by Straffon. Yeah. Going to be an interesting one. Maxi Hughes last out in March when he got his TKO. And Straffon in May when he got his first round TKO against Tennyson. How are you seeing this one, Rack?
Do you know, I don't think many... So, of course, in the UK, in the world, in the boxing scene, you have fighters who get a lot of attention for their achievements and who are followed throughout the whole way through. And then you get fighters who don't get that same publicity, but they're doing some amazing stuff. Maxi Hughes had one of the best 2020s that I think any boxer in the UK borderline, well, probably in the UK had. In 2020, in a year where fighters were not getting fights, he had 3 fights, including a win over former world title challenger John O'Carroll, a win over an undefeated Kazakh whilst getting a little trip out to Dubai for a WBC belt. And
why not?
Early this year, he then won the British title by knocking out Paul Highland Jr. So I don't think there's been many other fighters during this lockdown period who've had a better time than Maxi Hughes. And I think going into this fight with Jovanni Straffon, I don't think Maxi's going to be switched off like Tennyson was. I think Tennyson came out there looking to bang him out, looking to do a job on him because he's been called the Irish Golovkin. That got to his head, and unfortunately, so did Straffon's left and right hooks. So I think Maxi Hughes, he's been almost an underdog up until this point. And I think people are only now starting to recognize that this kid's actually had an incredible last 6 months. So I'm tipping Maxi Hughes to do the business.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, I think when you look at it, it's definitely one of the fights of the night. And I think, yeah, definitely it's there. You know, the only thing in Straffon's, in his favour is the knockouts in the 24 wins. But Maxi Hughes, he's on a high, like you said. He's riding the wave at the moment. And, Tennyson, you could have said, as you were saying, sort of played into his hands, came out, tried to get the job done. And the game plan just went out the window because it went to him. And I don't think Maxi, as you say, will make that same mistake. So you could even see a late stoppage for Maxi. I think, as you say, the confidence is there at the moment.
If it's going to be a stoppage by Maxi, it will be a late stoppage because, of course, out of his 23 wins, 5 have been knockouts. Maxi isn't the most devastating puncher, but he will catch you and wear you down towards the later rounds if you don't perform. He's not going to go in there with the mentality that I can knock people out in the first round, the same as Tennyson, because Tennyson had a good knockout ratio. He was knocking loads of these fighters out. He won the British title by knockout. He won other titles, but the European title by knockout. He had knockout power, no doubt about it. But unfortunately, sometimes with a fighter, if you know you've got knockout power, you rely on that from the onset and you go for a shootout. But the thing is with a shootout, anyone can get hit. And in this case, Tennyson got hit. So I think Maxi Hughes is going to go in there. He's got Steffi Ball behind him. Steffi Ball's had a good run of champions over the last 2 years. He's had an incredible run as a coach. So I think they're going to be employing the right game plans and tactics. And as long as he's been doing what he's been doing over the last 16 months, I can't see Maxi Hughes getting this one wrong.
No. So there you have it. I think Rack's going for Maxi Hughes on points. I'm going Maxi Hughes. It'll possibly be late stoppage on points. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. I think that's going to be a cracking fight, live on DAZN, and well, what a cracking card as well, Rack, to be honest. And yeah,
like I said
I think we're being spoiled this weekend.
Like I said before, the thing is with Maxi Hughes is he's one of those fighters who he's been doing the work in silence. He's been going off to Dubai, picking up wins against undefeated Kazakhs, beating former world title challengers, winning a British title by knockout. He's been doing all these things that a lot of the fighters you see on the top of the card get massive credits and props for. How many fighters go away to another country and verse an undefeated Kazakh and bring home the win? How many fighters has of recently beaten a primal former world title challenger? How many fighters winning British titles? You know, he's done some really career-topping things. 3 fights which can really just define your career. He's had back-to-back, and it's almost went under the radar. Now, you don't hear about Maxi Hughes on the British scene. When they talk about the lightweights, you don't hear about him mentioned too much, but he's been doing it all. So I'm hoping he gets all that credit and accolades for this. Hope it allows more opportunities, sets him up for stuff in the future. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy the fight. It's a stacked card, lots of talent, lots of stuff going on. And hopefully he can get in the mix down the line.
Well, yeah, couldn't have said any more, Rack. And as I say, yeah, join up to, I think, DAZN. Price went up today to $7.99, but I'm an existing customer, so it's not too bad. So we're sticking with the $1.99 for a bit longer.
Just a bit. We'll enjoy it while it lasts.
Rack, thanks for coming on, mate, and I'll see you soon.
See you, mate. Take care.
Take care, mate.
Are you ready?